Welcome back to Dinar Current. I bought Iraqi Dinar back in 2020. 5 years have passed, and you might be wondering, was it a smart investment? Did the value skyrocket? Or did it stay flat like so many skeptics predicted? Markets were volatile, and people were looking for alternative investment. Gold, crypto, real estate, and yes, even foreign currencies like the Iraqi Dinar. I bought a total of 2 million Iraqi Dinar, which cost me around $1,700 USD, including shipping and handling from a currency dealer. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly what happened to the Iraqi Dinar from 2020 to 2025, with real numbers, expert insights, and my personal take on whether it was worth it. If you're thinking about investing in the dinar, or just curious about what's changed, stay tuned. Let's go back to 2020. The world was going through a pandemic. The official exchange rate hovered around 1,460 dinars to $1, and the street rate was only slightly different. At that time, many investors, especially in the US and Gulf countries, believed Iraq was on the verge of an economic comeback. Oil prices were starting to recover. The security situation, while unstable, had improved from the earlier war years, and there was chatter online, forums, YouTube videos, blogs, all speculating that Iraq could revalue its currency any day now. So I decided to take a chance. That's about a 12% increase in value. A positive sign, but far from a full-blown RV. Between 2020 and 2023, the Iraqi dinar didn't make any dramatic moves, but there were some key developments. In 2021, the Central Bank of Iraq introduced reforms to stabilize monetary policy. But this move signaled that Iraq might be preparing for gradual appreciation, not an overnight jump. In 2022, Iraq's oil revenues reached record highs due to rising global oil prices. This boosted the country's foreign reserves, giving the dinar more backing. In 2023, Iraq announced a digital banking push, signaling modernization of its financial system. Investors remained hopeful. People speculated that these positive trends would lead to a currency revaluation. But despite all the momentum, there was still no RV, at least not in the way some had hoped. 2024 was a turning point. In January, the Central Bank of Iraq made a modest adjustment, changing the official exchange rate from 1,460 to 1,300 dinars per US dollar. Here's what this meant for my investment. My 2 million dinar were now worth about $1,538 USD at the new official rate. So, in terms of purchasing power, I'm actually down. On the open market, it traded slightly lower due to demand and dealer markups. While that's an improvement, it still wasn't the big return I had hoped for. Also in 2024, Iraq's economic ties with China and BRICS nations started gaining attention. There were rumors of Iraq planning to shift from a petrodollar system to alternative trade arrangement. Again, no concrete RV, but the foundation was being laid. So, where are we in mid-2025? I didn't lose much, but I also didn't gain. That money could have earned more in stocks. Today, the official exchange rate is 1,200 dinars per $1, another minor revaluation from last year. This means my 2 million dinar are officially worth about $1,667 USD, almost exactly what I paid in 2020. And who knows, maybe by 2030 Iraq will shock the world with a major currency reform, but I'm not holding my breath. What's your experience been like? Do you still believe in the RV? And hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. On the street market or from dealers, they fetch slightly less due to buyback fees and lower market demand. In short, no profit, no loss. But 5 years have passed, and inflation has eaten into the real value of money. Many financial experts now believe that Iraq is on a long-term path to economic stability, but not a quick revalue scenario. Here's what they're saying. The IMF recently praised Iraq's fiscal discipline, but warned that speculative currency investments remain high. Iraqi economists point to infrastructure challenges, corruption, and political instability as barriers to a major currency revaluation. Some analysts suggest Iraq could eventually move to a managed float system, allowing the dinar to rise slowly with market forces. The key takeaway: any real change in the dinar's value is likely to be slow and incremental, not the overnight $1 million payout some investors imagined. So, was buying Iraqi dinar in 2020 worth it? From a pure financial standpoint, not really. But from a learning experience, absolutely. I learned about macroeconomics, international finance, geopolitics, and patience. It also taught me the risks of speculative investing. And let's be honest, I still have the dinar. Thanks for watching. If you're holding Iraqi dinar or considering buying it, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more updates on the Iraqi economy. Check out our other videos. Will the Iraqi dinar revalue in 2025? Dinar, $2 rate today. Live updates. See you in the next one.